Piece coordination is an amazing feature. It helps to any kind of tactics, but most of all, it really helps if we think about how to use the piece coordination in support of a deadly lost position, just what we have out there. The truth is that black has gotten a rook and a bishop for the queen that are serving him not so badly in order to stop white from winning. Essentially, black had the f5, g4, and d7 squares around, and his king was standing nearby the rook, so that eventually white doesn't get to penetrate and easily win this game. The thing is, however, that white made a tricky move. He put his queen on e7, offering a sacrifice, and that was probably one of the ideas, in fact, to get the king up and perhaps pass through the 7th rank. The question is, do you think black should accept that sacrifice, or perhaps it's better that he doesn't? What do you think? Now, certainly, accepting the queen sacrifice wasn't good, but then king g8 helps black to get what we call as a coordination. Getting that king around helps a lot, because obviously white has to either run with the queen or possibly move the king up. Now, once again, the take does not happen to work, because white will very quickly support the pawn and get it to move and promote. So black is able to do rook g7. Just make sure that your pieces are close to each other. As closer they stand, more difficult it will be for the opponent to get rid of them. So after rook to g7, king d8, white's playing rook f7. King e8, rook g7. As you can see, a sacrifice here wouldn't help, because after that move, eventually, we do find out that after king takes g7, it's not possible for white to win. He may promote or try to promote the pawn, and yet after bishop takes d7, king takes d7, and king f7, there is no way how the white king can pass through, really. Going up will be met by this. King d4 will even leave white's pawn hanging. Or if actually white tries to go down, we've got the possibility of king f7, and the position repeats. So, literally sacrificing the queen doesn't work. But okay, you'll say, why does he need to sacrifice it? Can't he just go back? Well, look at the beauty. The rook supporting the bishop and the king supporting the rook. Unfortunately, white can't remove the base, which is the king. And that's actually what allows black to get such a good endgame and really keep up. Bishop d7 is followed by bishop g4. The king stands close to the rook, and black is making something which we often call as the fortress, the tactical fortress around the king's side, and the fact that white has to do d7. So now maybe white can do d7, and what we see is that if black takes that pawn, in fact, it really sounds like after rook takes d, queen takes d, and they exchange, white's king could be close enough, and by the time black plays king g7, white will be up to go on e7. That was almost right. However, black played something else. He did bishop f5. Yes, he wants to take on d7 when there is a better moment. And certainly the better moment is when the white own king goes to c7. So we take, and it's not that close, which gives us a tempo. It gives black a really beautiful tempo to return with that king. And now when he's already returned, he can get it on the opposition square in time. So white doesn't get across the black pawns and collect them. We have the previous situation, which, as we talk, is draw. You should remember, though, that coordination is everything. Not only about the attack, but also very much when you're defending. You can really rely on this so that your pieces can hold the pressure your opponent is making and defend you successfully. Very interesting example about coordination.